Pirate Radio episode 38. Let's go. Woo. Ching ching niggas. Depending on how you hear it. Whether it's the 11th of February or the 12th of February. The 12th of February, Abraham Lincoln's birthday. It's my birthday also. Round of applause for a real nigga who put you on to what's going on. And y'all failed me and pushed a overlord that after all their main bullshit, they went back on it. How you like those apples? Round of applause, man. That's why I had to make that episode called Good Game. Good game. You know, tap, you know how the basketball players tap your chest like, damn, man. You know what I mean? It was good, man. Yeah, man. Hell yeah. I hope this serves, like everybody goes, I hope this serves as a learning experience. Never mind the I told you so. I told you so. I mean, I'm pretty sure I don't even have to say it because they're probably ringing in people's heads, like Carrie when she went to the prom and all she heard was her mom's voice. They're all gonna laugh at you. They're all gonna laugh at you. Yeah, that movie was mad scary, yo. When I was young, especially when they show like that Jesus pose that they had, like the mom had a Jesus, like one of those Jesus things, that one of those accessories or whatever you hang on the wall, a cutout or whatever. That shit was creepy. But yeah, man, I know y'all be hearing that shit, man, because now everybody just posts what's going on and they saying, "Are you serious, man?" and all that shit. You have the backpedalers also just saying like, "Yo, you know, it's not what it seems. Joe Biden's not trying to give crack pipes, yo. It's not what it seems." Then what is it seems then? Where are the seams at? Because I don't want to hear it. Like, remember, you guys got to remember, there was a point. I haven't even taken the sip of the champagne yet. That's you know it's good. There was a moment that every time I had to explain, because I went through this with Kanye, so I learned my lesson. So I was like, oh fuck, the people are wrong about this. I have to explain it to them, and it's not getting through. There was moments that I would be like, oh yeah, I know the media told y'all this, but this was really going on. And for example, Kanye, you know, especially Trump, and people didn't want to hear it. You know, it was the old, my brain hurts. Like, don't explain to me, my brain hurts. CNN told me what it was. That's the Bible. That's it. Well, now don't come to explain to me. Oh yeah, but here's the thing though. But no. But listen, but look at the statistic. No, I don't want to hear that shit, because now I gotta treat you the way. Now, when I say you, I mean to the people, not to the two listeners listening. Shout out to the two listeners that's listening though. Y'all the real ones. Y'all deserve the NFT for the future, because maybe not in 60 years. I'm sorry, maybe not 30, maybe not 10 years, maybe not 5. But hey, I'll tell you this. If people in the year 5000 want to listen to what the fuck was going on in this era, the real shit, this is how I'm gonna give it up. And I guess that's what they'll be like, yo, this guy whose name was Wilfredo Diesler, all I see is Diesler. This dude was talking his shit, not even censored. Cause I can say faggot. Y'all can't say faggot. You know? So I'm sorry. I can say Jews, people. There's no like the kick or whatever the fuck. Michael Jackson's at that shit. Michael Jackson was wild. I ain't going front. That's how you know Michael Jackson was fighting some big shit. Which goes to the point that, you know, was they trying to frame him for his catalog? Who knows? He got too powerful. After Thriller, he got too powerful. And at the same time, I think about that with Kanye. Is he becoming too powerful? To the point where his dearest and nearest may have to like compromise him. I don't know if I'm using the term compromise right. but like, you know, the Judas effect. In order to just like, hey, you didn't know what was going on with me. I was fucking blackballed. They had my family tied up. I had to fucking trade it, you know, not trade it, but I had to betray him, you know, because my life was in danger. You never know what people will do, elites behind the curtain, to just the downfall of one powerful person. We read it with the FBI. What's it called? The Fall of a Black Messiah, the Rise of a Black Messiah. That Edgar Hoover had a profile on, like he was just, that was like his task or something. And I guess that was, you know, probably between Martin Luther King or Malcolm X, one of those two. But you know, it's history. It's funny how white people want to know the history, and when we say this is, I don't teach it, you know, CRT. And listen, when I said this before, when Democrats bring something like CRT or whatever, and they're making it hot, trust me, there's a by the way behind it. That's like seeing you will have service forever, and then you see like a whole bunch of like unreadable shit right below it. And you're like, hold up, are these letters? And like, yeah, this is like the terms and conditions. You're like, oh no, fuck out of here. That's what the Democrats are. The typical, hey, we're gonna save your life right now. And what is that? What part is that? No. Let's break that down. You know what I'm saying? And that's the whole terms and conditions. That is a bunch of bullshit that goes on, and you don't really get what you get. And we're gonna act like we helping out. And at the end of the day, when it's not working, we just say, hey, we tried. We're gonna give them another hard chance. And then we're gonna come back in 4 years. Hey, remember us? Come on now. Like, the democracy depends on it. Like, they're gonna come with all that shit. That's the Democrats for you. You know? So let me get the sip, right? Ching ching, nigga. It's all a ruse. It's all a ruse. And the reason I say I don't want to hear is because every little thing that Trump did, nobody wanted to hear it. So you reap what you sow. All right? You reap what you sow. Don't come now and try to explain shit to us when you know if it was the other way around, flip 4 years ago, 3 years ago, y'all would not want to hear it. Y'all would not want to hear it. But you know, you gotta lay in that casket now. What you want me to do? I can't help you now. I helped you already. I showed y'all the proofs. I can't help y'all already, you know? Do I have to come and make a podcast and talk about the shit every day? God damn, man. You about to make me retire early. I gotta like, again, the whole dog shit. When the dog takes a shit, my mom used to take the dog to the shit and show him and put the beak on the shit, not on it, but close to it, and say no, and give him a couple spankings. So this is what this podcast is, unfortunately. Will it blossom into something else? Yes, but let's not get it twisted. Like, nobody can ever say, damn, all I talk about is the COVID shit on my IG, on my podcast. First of all, the podcast started for that. But more importantly, the IG first episode had COVID shit in it. It's something that it's like, damn, you was living in 2001. All you kept on talking about was the 9/11. Motherfucker, 9/11 was huge. This was almost more huge because you could say more people died, technically, because we don't know what the hell these people were fucking dying off a fucking heart attack. Oop, put some COVID on that shit. Let's get some extra money on that. The worst is that you have people believe in everything, you know? That's the worst. You know, I guess there's a lot of gullible people out there. And, you know, when you be like, yo, who the fuck fall for shit like that? Those are the people who fall for it. Like, those are the people that get the phone call like, I would like to know your password to your, no, motherfucker, let me get your social security, because, something wrong here in the bank. And they be like, oh, sure, no doubt. Here's my bank, it's a social security card. And you be like, hey, how come I'm losing money in my bank? Yeah, motherfucker, you got scammed. You know? You need to be wiser than that. You need to be quicker than that. And it sucks because now Unfortunately, you don't have to. You have to worry about the scammers, this who's getting over you, whatever. And not only that, now you have politicians clearly just like, we gotta get over you, you know. And you're like, wait, whoa, I gotta worry about y'all too. I pay y'all. Remember, people, we paid them. How the fuck are they putting rules on us? This is why, respectfully, I like to say that whoever had that thought, you are a dumbass motherfucker. And I don't know how the fuck you making it in life. Sorry. You know, these people work for fucking us, man. It's sad that you still see people in the comments fucking protecting this motherfucker Biden, man. Get his balls out your mouth. I have to bring up Trump all the time because I need to fucking rub that shit in your skin until that shit fucking penetrates to your fucking blood system. You know, I have to, because what happened was no fucking. I was trying to use a Scarface reference when he was like, that thing over there, it was no walk in the park. I guess when he was trying to talk about the stabbing, whatever. But yeah, man, this shit was no walk in the park. This is the first time we see our country get this way. And I hope that that COVID vaccine didn't have nothing crazy to make it more of a big deal. I guess hopefully it was just like basically salt and water injected in your arm. Because what if something really crazy and fucked up was in it? I'm gonna fucking go and like Superman and hyperdrive out of space and yell at Earth. I fucking told you so. But yeah, I fucking told you so. And I really didn't, but I kind of did. I warned y'all. And to some people you can't warn anymore. They fucking they made their bed, how you call it, and they had to lay on it. I know I fucked up that reference anyways. But you know what I'm saying? God forbid there's something crazy in that vaccine. It's making soccer players drop, that's for sure. Those are the most fucking fit motherfuckers. All they do is run. So now they trying to catch anybody slipping like, oh, yo, wait, hold up. Y'all been eating wrong anyways. This is going to hit you quick. You never know. And it's so easy to say, oh, but only a certain people die though regardless. And people die every year. I understand that. But why are you adding, why are we doing this? Listen, if you would have told me like, damn, every day I'm seeing somebody fucking fall in front of my face. Let's say if I go to work, I'm dealing with somebody and he falls on the floor and he died. Why? Because of coronavirus. Now that's a different story. That didn't happen. You only saw videos of that shit in China, which has to fucking connect that China did this shit as some fucking World War III shit, and they don't want to tell us. I honestly, if you would not, the guy think, or I want to bet, no, because then if I get it wrong, you can be like, fuck, we got him. Yo, you was wrong on this one. I came. Like, no, nigga, relax. I have to fucking walk around eggshells and speak perfect because people already want to be like, we got him. He was wrong about something. Yes, thank the Lord, we got him. Because to some people, it's still about my team and I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck really about Trump. People were so fucking pet by Trump that now I love it. I love it now. Does he say nigger? Yes. We're going to talk about that too with Joe Rogan. You know, might as well speak about it now. That word, like, people get all fucking, oh my God. First of all, it's white people doing the work for you so you can go ahead and retaliate and get pissed. Now if you were smart, you would say, damn, but why would they want to do that? Joe Rogan is white. They did this to Trump. Trump was white. Like, all these presidents is racist. Why do they want to say that he's racist? Oh, okay, maybe because they're going against the fucking system. Remember that system that we always argue, we always fucking complain about? That sometimes even white right-wingers be like, stop complaining, keep working on some fucking slavery shit in a weird way, but their mind works the same way. They slave for their job. You know what I'm saying? So they have that mentality. They don't know what the fuck they you know. Here's the thing: white people. I said this a couple of episodes ago. White people are gonna protect their own, just like I'm hoping if you're black or Hispanic, you will fucking help your own. I mean, it's hard to think like that, right? Because we're it's always our own people jumping us, killing us, stabbing us, slashing our faces, right? It's always our own. Because when was the last time you sent your fucking black or Hispanic kids to a school, local school, and got jumped by a bunch of white people? I'll wait. I'm talking about now. Don't bring the 40s, because that still is still there to be remembered. But a lot of people, when we speak about our own, oh, what you mean? Oh, they get triggered. Don't get triggered. When if you have any family members or whatever that's from the streets, who killed them? White people, cops, or their own fucking people due to some bullshit? People, and then when you say that, they want to leave, they want to flip the game of the game board, they want to flip it. That's it. Nobody wins. Yeah, of course, because we can't have those fucking talks. Until then, don't fucking blame the white people. And listen, there's things to blame the white people for, but then I go to, hey, this is their captivity. There's a bunch of fucking pedophiles they haven't got arrested. Look what happened with the fucking Epstein. That's a slap in the face, my nigga. Like, you imagine, like, this is why people do say, yo, if that person was black, and when I say black, you know, it covers the umbrella of Hispanics also. So that's why you see people say that shit. You imagine a black dude did some sinister shit, and his death was like a little, I mean, Tupac, that one was a little like, huh? But at the end of the day, you know, I'm talking about at a bigger level. They was literally having somebody in the juror for his wife. It's like somebody that kind of knew them or some shit. Like, where do we do this at? Where do we do this at? So these white people are gonna protect their own, which means we shouldn't fucking be fully invested. But at the same time, we should be logical enough to be like, wait a minute. Let's say this presidential bullshit is all false or whatever. These people are just hanging on racism, and these people are talking about how to improve America. Not white people, but America. And obviously they won't say white people because they'll get in trouble. You know, and listen, these white people if they think about blacks as African Americans, Hispanic Americans, they are European Americans. What you think they came from? Where? From Hawaii? No, they're European Americans. If you tell them that, they will get offended. You know, they will get offended. But they can go and say, you know, African American, like light work, because they don't. It's like some of them really don't consider us like part of the country. And then all they do is see the news, and the news are obviously gonna put, hey, this person got killed by who? A black person. This person got killed by who? A Mexican. This person got killed by who? A Dominican or Puerto Rican. They're gonna keep doing that. But we should be smart enough to go around that. We don't even put an effort. We just be like, yeah, that's how they think about us. Let's keep doing this shit. Let's go. Let me rob this nigga real quick tomorrow. But like, no. You know what I'm saying? Like, do we need 6 million of our own people throwing an inferno? And not like no disco inferno, eh? You know what I'm saying? Like, do we need that to be like, oh, yo, come on, man, yo, I was gonna kill you because you stepped on my sneakers, right? But I'm not gonna do that no more. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of us got killed in that $6 million. Like, are you fucking kidding me? I saw recently one of the dudes from the Hebrew Israelites, which, you know, I do subscribe to that whole theory, because they do have a lot until somebody shows me something different. But listen, they do spit some real shit, and it's all backed by the Bible, the same Bible that this country is built off, which they don't really follow. If you see what's going on, transvestites fucking kicking stories to our kids in kindergarten, but whatever. One of them came up to me. Eddie came up to me. No, I just saw one of them. I chopped it up real quick. And he had this, like, as we spoke, he wanted to know if I was in the camp or not. And these people have camps, which I don't subscribe to no camps. Just the Bible. Just the Bible. Just the Bible. Unity, of course, but not specifically on some basketball team shit. No, this is not it. Because it's gonna be rivalries, just as they are now. So I'm speaking about him. I thought we were gonna just you could kick whatever, but in his mind, he wanted to kind of find out, since I struck up the conversation, if I was in a camp, which is a group, and I said nah. So then after that, kind of his mission was kind of like to get me in his group, which I know the group already. I seen videos. I watch their videos on different camps videos on YouTube. I get information, valuable information. I'll be objective, you know what I'm saying, to the best I can. Then I'm like, okay, you know what, this does make sense until something else makes sense. But here's the thing though, this, like, you know how there's like a rap cruise? That's how they do it also when it comes to fucking information about the Bible. Unbelievable. And then the dude was trying to tell me how, in this scripture it says gather up, you know what I'm saying, like, gather up, which kind of has to do with the group shit. Ya yo me estaba llevando. I already knew what was going, what basically he was gonna land on. He didn't know what I was gonna land on, because listen, I tell you again, I tell you before in the episodes, I haven't read the whole Bible yet. But I do know, points, because when you watch these people's videos, they bring up good conversations, right? So I already, anybody else would have been like, oh yeah, that's true, and then it would have been like, now do you want to say yes or no? Because if you say yes, he can give you the number to join the group, right? But me, I was like, yo, hold up. So if scripture says that, right? How come the different camps ain't united? Nigga, that was right there, like the knockout blow, the stomach punch, the De La Hoya stomach punch. He couldn't get up. Yeah, and you knew that when he was trying to tell me something here, tell me something there, then go back, to that line of the Bible about gathering our troops or gathering our people together, but to push that why he's in a camp and why the camp. And I was like, nah, nigga, don't run away from this. There's a lot of egos going on with different camps. Why don't y'all camps get together? When y'all get together, we all get together. Why it has to be camps? Some camps want to invite the other, but when the other invites the other camps, some camps don't want to go. Like, nobody wants to take the first step. So don't tell me about this when y'all who are in bigger camps, well-known camps, if you watch videos and look them up on YouTube. So this is a discrepancy right there, you know what I'm saying? I don't fall for these tricks, and I'm not disrespecting no camp, but I'm just letting y'all know, like, the way I am when it comes to politics, the way I am in life. I'm objective. I'm not going to be super objective that I don't take no information. Then, because you got to grow. And you could grow also from mistakes. You could be like, yo, I heard about this. And be like, no, you heard about this? And you're like, yeah, nah. This is how it is. You be like, no. This is how it is. And the reason why you think like that is because it is, which leads to this. And this is why this don't follow with this. Then you be like, oh shit, I ain't see nobody break it down like that. Like, oh shit, I'm gonna look into that. You don't have to be like, I was wrong, you was right. No, you can be like, yo, I'm gonna look into that, brother. Like, you building. It's not about teams. You know what I'm saying? Because then when I seen people that when you make them look stupid because they want to make it alarming, so then you make them look stupid, but with no intentions, just because you just prove something so clearly, and people get offended. So it becomes a human thing, and once you know that there's people like that, and there's no, that's the only person in the world that's like, no, everybody has that emotion. We all have that emotion. You gotta suppress that shit when it comes up, because the mind always thinks about different shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's about being objective with everything. You know what I'm saying? And be objective in the news. I understand that the news seems like they're our friends and they're telling us vital information. Yeah, they're telling us vital information for that what they need to tell us. Especially when there's proof now. Like, come on. Like, you could literally see the news, people in the news, like, just straight up lie. And by the way, take this with a grain of salt, but I heard that Obama wrote something in law that kind of had to do with like mainstream media and being a little bit more open, or a little bit more like wiggle room when it comes to how they portray stories. You know what I'm saying? Like basically, you know, ushering in, like you could say you could have fake news and shit like that. Shit like that. Who knows? I didn't do the research, so I ain't gonna sit here and be like, yeah, yo, and then he did this. No. Cause there are shit that I've been wrong about. Not a lot though, I ain't gonna lie, not a lot. But here's the thing, when I'm unsure, I won't be like, oh, this is for sure. No. I'm not sure. I will let people know, like, yo, DK. I will at least say, yo, DK this. And that's just one of the most perfect words, because it's letting you know, take it with a grain of salt. Because if it's wrong, you'd be like, yeah, I heard my boy said this, boom, but he said DK, so boom. That's a safety net. Then again, you could be like, yo, my boy told me this. He said DK, but yo, it happened. That's how it could be. So, you know, that's why it's okay to be like, yo, I have this information, but this is what I heard. At the end of the day, if it comes out to be right, it's not. I'm not saying that you need to fucking throw a parade, but yo, you know, you can now be like, yo, he said this, you know, so who's the source? And then we look to the source. If the source is right, a lot of times, then we can have a reliable source. Not that you have to trust the source. And that goes for everything in life. Look at me kicking life fucking lessons and shit. Let me take the sip, because yo, sometimes I just go in and I just have the whole fucking cup almost done and the whole bottle full and shit. You know what I'm saying? But like Joe Rogan, yo, check this out. You reap what you sow, motherfucker. You reap what you sow. Because I remember hearing Joe Rogan a while back, because, you know, in my previous job, I'm like, yo, I'm working in a machine. You know what I'm saying? I can have my headphones on. So I would listen to the podcast, and you get gems. Because yes, even if people have wrong information, you're thinking while you're hearing at the same time. Well, at least me. Obviously, we all should then. You know, so at the same time, it's like you think about shit that, you know, maybe you could open up another window and think about something else. Even if that information was 90% right, 80% right, 70% right, totally false, or totally true. You know, like, it's just conversations. That's the internet. Conversation. That's what the internet was the whole time before. It was the passing of a message. Now on the internet, we got it like at the tip of our fingers, you feel me? Which is dope. Double-edged sword, but it's dope. So there was times that I hear like Rogan say like some backhanded racism shit, but I always had in my mind like, yo, I'm gonna still get these gems because he's white. He's not one of us. He don't know the struggle, and he been in the struggle. You know what I'm saying? He should know more than that. But then now he goes into his, I'm a comedian, like I might say racy shit, and then he also has his, hey, I'm Joe Rogan. Like, I don't back up. You know what I'm saying? But he you know, we did see chinks in his armor. Cause listen, I was almost every episode when it was on YouTube, spanning from what, 2015 and on, a couple of years before and on. You know what I'm saying? And not to get every exact episode I was listening, I was hearing or watching, because, you know, it was on video, but you know, it was like one of the habits. When I was at work, it was Joe Rogan, because time goes faster, yada yada, and you get information and all that shit. Laughs also, Joey Diaz. That's how I learned about Joey Diaz or whatever. Y'all seen how long I've been posting about him. You know, so there was his little arrogance that he had, but I just saw it as he was white. You think I'm going in every fucking house? So if the N-word is so bad, then let's go to every house and patrol and make sure we put a fucking recorder in there and monitor to see if they said if they say nigger. You want to do that? So you want to do that to all the celebrities then now? That shit sounds stupid. Just put it like this. We could say cracker, and I know maybe cracker's not as strong as how the nigger was. And at the same time, who am I? I'm not completely black. I am light skinned, but I'm, if we go by lineage, yes. You know what I'm saying? There's no way to deny it. I got evidence. But yes, we nobody here was in the days of fucking slavery. Now, how about if you was in school and somebody just off the hip said that shit? That shit, you know, you like, it happened to me in a weird way, because I was playing, I told this before, I must have. If not, here it is. But I was playing NASCAR because I got into this NASCAR fucking phase, right? Which I still like, but I can't say that I watch every race like I did before. I ain't gonna lie. But and I was learning about it. I was very interested in the shit. And I bought the game, so I was playing the game, and I was becoming real nice to the point that people kind of was like, "Yo, you using a steering wheel like as a controller?" And I was like, "Nah, I'm using the controller, the regular PS4 controller." You know what I'm saying? Which is, I guess they probably was like, "Damn," because it's kind of hard to just maintain control and go around. The same way how these fucking NASCAR go. Because if you bump the motherfuckers, that's like a no-no, even in the game. So I remember when people would hear me in those headphones, they would just straight up call me nigger. Not even yo nigga, like, cause you got the nigga, the hood nigga, the term, the Nigga. You hear that shit in Madden from white people. But what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna be like, yo, ho, excuse me, what do you, nigga, I'm here to play Madden. Like, knock it off. But you know what I'm saying? You have white people, let's keep it real, in the Bronx that say nigga, and black people and Hispanic people that could probably whip their ass easily. They don't even blink an eye because they feel that they were raised there. So I ain't gonna sit here and be like, oh, everybody. No, I seen white people say it. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. Especially if you're light. Let's say, how about if you're a light-skinned Puerto Rican, and you and the parents basically had a kid, both light-skinned, but all the whole time in the hood. They say nigga. Well, you think they don't? They say nigga. Action Bronson, maybe this is fake news, but I think I saw an interview where he said that. So I'll put this on me. I could have sworn I saw an interview where they asked Action Bronson, since he's from Queens, the culture, he hangs out with black people and all that shit, did he use the N-word? And I think he said he used to when he was early. He kept it real. By the way, protect Action Bronson at all times. I remember this. You can tell I'm not gonna go back to my original point. I remember I was being racist. Let's call it how it is. Well, you think only white people are racist? Black people be, not even black people. Let me just go deeper. Dominicans be racist against Dominicans. Let's put it like that. So, I mean, just look up Peña Gómez in DR. So, and by the way, what happened to that documentary? Was that shit gonna come out or not? You could tell that shit. You could tell like DR so corrupt. They'd be like, Sargento, él quiere soltar esta película. He want to release his movie. All right, about who? About Peña Gómez. Oh, fuck out of here. And he didn't even have to see the film because let me pick the parts that are, maybe like I don't want to release. No, they just probably be like, no, fuck out of here. Because that DVD still hasn't came out. Not DVD. Look how I'm talking. That documentary still hasn't came out. And it was gonna speak about Peña Gómez, but Peña Gómez was running for president and all that shit. And you could tell maybe they're gonna be like, yo, this dude was racist, and they was gonna paint a bad picture. And Peña Gómez was mad dark. Like they were calling him Haitian and all that shit. So this is why I be laughing about Dominicans that be here talking about, oh, the Democrats, fuck Trump, fucking racist. But loco, que lo que, yo, go check fucking Haiti and DR. You know why I will always bring this up? Because people will just be like, oh, yeah, but they don't even want to go to the history because they don't even know about the history. You can easily, like, sometimes you got to cut the root when it comes to, like, a debate. And, like, it's going to be a debate. So it's not like, unfortunately, it's going to be a debate and you're going to have to bring out the swords. You just chop the root. Because a debate like that, you know what I'm saying? If they say, like, oh, but Haitians are this, they literally just go off the hip and be like, oh, but yo, those Haitians, they be doing brujeria. And you be like, damn, diablo. Yo, sometimes you be seeing like the level of arguments be like fucking, I ain't gonna front beneath me, my nigga. My bad. I had to say it like that. I'm a black belt, my nigga. What you want me to do? You just be like, yikes. This nigga, you can never have these people on radio. Yo, but that ass, if you just cut the root and be like, all right, so did you know that, Haiti was like the first in the Americas, the Caribbean or whatever to be, slave free, who fought back and won. They don't even know. And right now, I just botched that up because I don't know what the perfect way to say it, but there's a way better way of saying it. Basically, the first independent country, black country, free country, yeah, like that. You know how many probably people was going like, yo, let's go to Haiti because I heard over there. You know what I'm saying? Back in the days, it was word of mouth, and you know how many people fucking got stranded by the winds or some shit and just got stranded in the ocean and fucking died. Like, oh my god, yo, I be thinking like, oh, that's why like, it's bad to think about it. Like, why would you, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it makes you appreciate life, yo. I'm already in America. That's why we gotta save this. They ruining it in front of our lives. These people that we pay with our tax money, like Trudeau, what he's doing in Canada. Yo, you know how many people probably want to strangle that motherfucker? Cause he's dead ass acting like he's like acting in a movie. This is why I ain't gonna lie. I don't know. I was just gonna say, yo, this shit seems like these people are all actors. Like they literally saying shit that you be like, this is straight out of a fucking movie. This nigga clearly sees you want to be fucking liked by the people. You want to be liked by the people, and the people is so fucking pissed that you will think that they'd be like, you know, I guess I might have a job. These niggas is fighting back. Are you a patriot or not? Do you have do you have like secret passports or some shit with your original name and you from a different country? Like, who are you? At least in America, we disguise a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Like the Democrats is like, we love black people. But how do they show it? By tricking us almost every 4 years and presenting something as helpful when it's probably like backhanded, or, you know, like they could have done way better. And then you gotta blame the Republicans too, because they could have easily just been like, listen, for the blacks, I know we have a bad reputation. We're not here to kiss your feet either. Right? They'll be like, whoa, what the and then they'll be like, listen, but this is what we'll do. Let's come together. How the fuck I'm saying this? And I don't have no fucking law degree or none of that shit. That lets you know that it's obviously both of them, you know, swinging each other around like a seesaw and shit. Like, you look bad, I look good. You look bad, I look good, and you look bad. Like, that's what it's doing. Cause at the end of the day, this is why money is the fucked up thing. And I know some people will be like, no, what you mean money? You gotta work hard for money. And if you work hard, you get more money. And then no, relax, nigga, relax. You have to think about this. We do have fucking above and beyond technology that can make this a utopian level, which means no dick swinging contest about who got more money or not, because a lot of people basically are killing and ridiculing each other for. Do you think every woman is born and say, I would like to grow up and be a fucking prostitute? Hell to the nah. Do you think people want to be like, yo, listen, woof, I can't wait to get a little older. I want to be fucking homeless and live on the streets and ask for money? No, nigga, are you fucking kidding me? So, just think about this, and this is 100%. Well, this is Ben Rich DK quoted. Ben Rich works for Lockheed Martin. Maybe it's a different company, but it's those companies that they say, hey, you know, we created this jet, but nigga, they can create something crazy because they have like maybe the craziest, you know, engineers and shit. Top engineers. If one of them was quoted saying, we have enough technology to take E.T. home and come back, they obviously referencing to E.T. the movie, which is, you know, the alien or whatever. If they saying that, and he's quoted, so, you know, obviously you don't want to be caught lying. Like, they don't want to do that, because, you know, if it's like it makes their company look stupid. So if it's true that he's quoted saying that, why are they not releasing technology? Because they want to keep They don't want a lot of people to be free. This sounds crazy, right? But this is why we're not free. And then you have people who they don't know any better. They will say, what the fuck you talking about? I got money, I got a house, I got my kids, they're all good. They just thinking about what they drew up, what the society that they created to make you feel comfortable. Like, yo, no, you good. That's it, you did it. But that just keeps people at a certain level. Like, what's bigger than that? What, everybody being equal level? No such thing as being like rich? Like, they'll be like, what? And at the end of the day, it's not that far. They put it in TV series like Star Trek. That society doesn't run by money, I think. It's something else. But now, okay, so what will it be? Because there's some people that do make great points who are like, Republicans, be like, yo, hold up, maybe you do have to work because it's incentivized and yada yada. But hold up, they can make, if AI is at the point that they flipping burgers, there should be nobody working in McDonald's. Which y'all should already have a fucking plan for this and say, hold up, so nobody gonna work at McDonald's, then that means that where people gonna get jobs. So now you gotta look further than that. Now you gotta just create more shit to be like, okay, we need to find a way to have AI and advanced robots. I know I'm talking like I just smoked the fucking pasta da cheap on the left hand side, but I'm fucking being like, this is shit that it goes on my mind while I gotta go fucking do shit in my regular life, and these motherfuckers are getting paid for it. I know it sounds funny, but y'all gotta bear with me because this is ridiculous. It's getting ridiculous. And they're gonna throw COVID on us and just be like, espérate, if they want more money, fuck them. And then be like, yo, pero we're gonna send 30 million or billion or whatever to Afghanistan and shit. Like, these niggas are saying that. These niggas are saying that. And if they could just find a way to have advanced robots and AI create the necessary workforce, like how back in the days you would have to have a hammer and hit some shit all the way to you get the final look that you want, the final shape. Now the industrial machinery or whatever in the 1800s, I got the term, that took away that, made it easier, made the country more money. You telling me that you still need humans to work for y'all? Aside from what they want to do in real, because at the end of the day, people are born in a farm and they want to continue with their animals and shit. We're not taking that away from you. But those motherfuckers that's like, yo, my nigga, if you don't have a job, you don't have a place to live, just start there. Then they want to tell us, yo, hold up, man, climate change. And you're like, if you don't get the fuck. Imagine talking about climate change and you see people on the Skid Row in California, the line of homeless people, advanced homelessness, like tents, fucking with electricity and stuff, like shit like that. That's how bad it is. And that's happening also in New York. The rent is crazy. They want to have you get paid a certain amount, but the rent is crazy. It doesn't even match up. If y'all just want to have plans for New York and just have New York look a certain way, just tell us. We're humans at the end of the day. That's why the hypocrisy of America is this whole Christian country. Hell no, it's not. They help, but then they give you just a little bit of help, and then they say, hey, well, we better than other countries. Yeah, motherfucker, every fucking country needs to be good. Every country needs to be good. This is the bare minimum. With the technology that we have, that's why I want to be clear, with the technology that we have, we could push for a utopian society. Especially when you can put the country at a level that, yo, now you could really go for your dreams. And yes, people are going to be lazy and not do shit with it, but they're going to be lazy ones. You know what I'm saying? But if you can give everybody that's born in America an opportunity to do what they want and not just be like, now you gotta go through school, now you gotta go through college, that, oh, how you gonna fight it back? It's none of that. It's like y'all supposed to be taking care of us at the same time. It's not that we want everything free, but this country is doing a bad job at taking care of its own citizens. That money will go to Israel every fucking year. We don't even have to say how much it is. But are those countries at least? Do you see homeless people in that country, or do you see homeless people in different countries that we should be putting our money in? Okay, shut me up that way. But hold up, we're gonna have homeless people here, and we giving out money? That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. You know, America wants to be everybody's fucking titty, and it's not like that. It's not like that, because when it comes to, like, you know, having your own people be kicked out the streets, y'all don't intervene. Y'all don't give a fuck. The company says, you know, you know what I'm talking about. Especially when the housing is like semi-corrupt and shit. They want some under the table, you know what I'm saying, envelope, you know, and put you in position, you know, all that shit. Not everybody has to be a fucking shark killer CEO. That's what they're making us into, though. You either have to be like a CEO or you have to be a nurse. I know I sound fucked up, but because it's not, I'm pretty sure there's different ways and shit. But all I'm saying is that there should be no money right now going to other countries as of COVID. If y'all gonna bump up COVID to be this horrible, horrific shit, don't come and tell me, yeah, we gotta send money to a different country. You feel me? No, nigga, are you fucking kidding me? You see what I'm saying? Don't have this mentality of like, oh, wait a minute, you shouldn't get shit for, yeah. If we don't get shit for free, they getting shit for free because we keep paying taxes. Don't be too patriotic. Be patriotic, but don't be fooled. Because if you was patriotic, you should also know that we put in too much work in this country. And this country had back to back to back. And just in case somebody good comes, we'll have the media. Whew, they're gonna convince people. And if not, they're gonna use celebrities, like they did recently with the last president, right? Boom. And then another bad president, and they're just gonna be promising and like, what is the 3LW? Promises, and we keep falling for it. Shame on us. We deserve better. Every president should be better than the last one. What the fuck are you talking about? What's the point of it then? But if you look at the last fucking president, this is disgusting. We were gonna have two Clintons. We were gonna have 3 or 4 fucking Bushes. What the fuck are you kidding? You could tell, like, FBI, you're again. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, nigga, like, this is why it was a shame for us. I have to say us, because I fell for it, but damn, I did a little research mad fast. But a lot of people still dying on that sword, on that Biden sword. But it was embarrassing for us to never give a fuck about politics, unless it's Bill Clinton getting his dick sucked in the Oval Office. I'm bringing out all the receipts. You know what I'm saying? So y'all want to just jump out of nowhere and just be like, okay, I'm gonna watch the news. That's it. Got it. I know everything about politics. No, nigga. And a lot of people probably fucking became enemies, family members. They don't be in the, all that problem because y'all didn't. It was just pride. No facts, just pride. No truth, just lies. Nah, just playing. That's from Shay Davis song. But you know what I'm saying? Like, that's sad because of pride. If it was just to build, going back to that discussion that I told you I had with a person who, you know what I'm saying, was in the camp of, the Israelite camp and shit. Educate and shit. I gotta make it look tough, right? But you know what I'm saying? It was a build. Regardless of what that talk that we had, it was a natural, cool build. Like, yeah, I disagree about this, but when you have some fucking a debate in the hood, it's like they want to talk about fucking who's better, Michael Jordan or LeBron. Like, it's not everything has to be like that. We're gonna have to come to understandings. If you don't know something, stop trying to cap and trying to act like and you just going off. And sometimes people fucking even make shit out. Hopefully people don't make shit up, and I know people did. Just to not lose that fucking debate or the argument, because it becomes arguments too. This shit was turning everybody against whoever, You know, anybody, it was like yo, can you believe that if you wear a MAGA hat, you get fucking jumped? Maybe not now. They'll just be like, they'll laugh or whatever. They'll say something stupid. But at that time, if you would have had the hat, they would have fucking jumped you. And it could have been a white person jumping me, and the Hispanics people and blacks would have been like, yeah, he rocking a MAGA hat, you know? Like, that's sad. When does it ever became, so I could wear a fucking Clinton hat and y'all won't jump me? After what the Clinton did to Haiti? Huh? And DR? And this and allegedly, right? And the fucking deacon doctors that they, yo, the hit list. So if I wear a Clinton hat, a vintage fucking election hat, then I'm cool, right? But if I rock a MAGA hat, that's it, it's over, right? That's hypocritical. Hypocritical 101. And this is why I need a fucking drill into your fucking heads. Hey, I'm acting like a fucking parent, right? Sweat the asshole. Back to Joe Rogan. You reap what you fucking sow, my nigga. There was one clip that I saw that he was like, everybody has a fucking problem saying it. Like, are you fucking kidding me? And he was like that with that confidence, though. It wasn't that confident that he had in those videos when he was apologizing. And this is a person who is a fan of his podcast. Made me do a fucking podcast. What the fuck am I? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm doing a podcast also because of Joe Rogan. Let's keep it real. The fact that people are dissing Joe Rogan in the podcast, it's like you saying, you know what? And the nerve of Steve Jobs, that bitch ass motherfucker, and you're typing that from your iPhone. That's just an example. You know what I'm saying? Like, but hey, okay, you can say whatever you want in your podcast. I don't want that shit shut down. No. Because if I say something that y'all don't agree with, that everybody, that maybe y'all agree with, but let's say the elites, whoever they are, they disagree with it, they can't take that off. But if y'all regulate, yeah, take it off. Oh, he said this, take it off. Oh, shut that shit down. Then when they be like, we want to shut this shit down, y'all can't say no. Y'all can't backtrack. This is, I think, what they trying to do. Let Joe Rogan say the fucking nigga, okay, or he was saying it because, yo, see, like, I'm gonna keep it at 1,000, OJ. Yo, so he was in an episode specifically. I remember I was looking at him like, whoa. And I must have been at my job. That's when I definitely was hearing that, or in the bar, like taking transportation and shit. And he had a smirk, and he was trying to make the other person's like kind of say, and the other person was like felt uncomfortable. But his whole point was like, you know, what's the big deal? Like, yada yada yada. And I could say, ain't nobody gonna tell me to stop saying nigger. Like, come on, it's just a word, nigger. So he was saying it more, and I was like, oh shit, he's bold. Did I see a fucking fucking Black Lives Matter? None of that shit. It must have been at least prior to 2016, or maybe 2000, less than 2017. Who knows? But I clearly remember that shit, and his swag. But I took offense a little bit. I was like, whoa, he's bold, right? But I thought about it like this, yo, that's his podcast. Again, like I was gonna say, we're not gonna go to every person and regulate on them because they said it. What if they say in the house? We're gonna be opening the fucking windows and shit through a fire escape, like, oh, whoa, what you said? Like, and give them a ticket? Like, oh, you fucking kidding me? No. And the fact that if a white person could just be like, yo, I could easily get you arrested right now, and you be like, hell nah, and they be like, nigga, like, that's it. People still fucking go berserk mode once they hear a white person say it. And listen, I'm not gonna tell you how to handle that, right? But when I heard that shit being told to me while playing that NASCAR game, because they just off my voice thought I was black, I would just smile. And I understand that somebody who probably was black wouldn't smile, but what you gonna do? You gonna turn off the fucking game? And that's in real life right now. You're gonna lose the game. You're gonna lose the game right now and let that person say that one word that you know that they feel like they let's say you be like, yo, look at this white person look at his ugly ass jeans, and that he's feeling embarrassed, and he was like, yeah, you know what, I might not have no jokes, but watch this, nigga. And now what? Now you lost. Because now you're going to get enraged. And you're going to punch everything moving. And God forbid you have a gun. Because let's say you punched him, he punched you, and they jumping you, and you know you have the gun. Now you shooting away. You see how easy it could just go like that? And I bet you 35 years into whatever the fuck they gave you, especially with racist jurors, which I don't really have to say allegedly, how fucking they are so corrupt judges. They hand you the football numbers, and every day you're like, what if I didn't even react to that shit? You see what I'm saying? This is coming from a person that I don't want to be, I'm prideful, but no. But honestly, I've never been to jail. Praise to the Most High, because I could easily fall in jail. You know what I'm saying? If I was younger, and maybe in the future, we're not perfect, but I would think about that. You know what's funny? When I was younger, like 8 years old at least, I was like, yo, I want to go to jail because I want to see what type of food they give. I would think of dumb shit. I won't say it, but I was thinking of dumb shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Then I knew, like, oh shit, jail was like, that shit ain't no joke. Like, people die. When I found out people die in jail, I was like, how you gonna die in jail? You in jail. And it's like, nah, it's just like a jungle in there. Some scary shit, yo. And it got me so scared that I was like, yo, I ever want to go to jail. And then, when I was in Explorers, I went to to Rikers Island. I think I said this story before, of course. But yeah, so it was Explorers, like the NYPD shit, like little cadets and shit. That shit was dope. And we went, and to me, I was like, yeah. I didn't know how real shit was. I was oblivious to shit. But then people were like, yo, shit is crazy over there. But I was like, in my mind, I was like, they ain't gonna hit us, nigga, we cops. That's what I was thinking. So, well, not cops, but we was there with cops, so, you know what I'm saying? And that was in Soundview, the Bronx. Post office, not post, what's post office? Well, yeah, precinct 43, I believe, or 42, in Soundview, right there on Soundview. And I remember Parisi was one of the main dudes there, an Hispanic chubby dude. This was like 96, 97. And so we went, and the two dudes, there was definitely a dude like Debo, but like, no facial hair and shit. And he was like, yo, and they told us, usually we supposed to be aggressive with y'all, but at the same time, when he said that, I'm like, yo, but hold up, this is Explorers. Like, I'm not in this normal fucking Maury type of shit that you gotta scare us. Like, we cops. Like, we want to know, you don't have to do that. Like, what the fuck? We ain't misbehaving. I didn't know if they put people in Explorers who are misbehaving. You know what I'm saying? Like, I thought that was some fun shit to do. You know what I'm saying? My two cousins put me onto the twins. So I remember I was like, yo, what the fuck? When they were showing us, we went to the backside of like some office, some shit. That's crazy, because I was into that. Who could say that they went to Rikers Island and been in like behind the security? You know what I'm saying? Like in the security shit. And they were showing us, they had a big plaque, I guess, like a big, square or whatever. Like you hang up on the wall with like a fiberglass and shit. And inside the fiberglass was different unique weapons that they used, I guess, that they came across, and they just put it there like some weapons Hall of Fame shit. And you see like sharpened toothbrushes, long ass fucking knives that you just see like a tube, crazy shit. And they told us about how it is in there, and then you pass by that one gate that everybody wilding. That shit sound like mad dogs. Whoa, 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 whoa. You be like, and when you just focus on one voice, or you hear, motherfucker, I dare you to come in here. You be like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy. And you see and I remember, I clearly remember. Look. This is a detail that I still remember, and this is some shit that you would just having deleted scenes, but this gives that extra detail. I remember that we went to another room where it was like a, not a cell, but it was like, I guess, the recreation or whatever. And they were, and I guess there was a line, to hang clothes. And one of the things clipped on the rope were the Gary Payton sneakers, the one with the whole top, the whole sneaker look like a fabric with just one Nike check, and then you zip them up or whatever. The famous Gary Payton Nike sneakers, the black and the white ones, they were hanged up, and I remember like, yo, them shit is hot. And I was like, and then I remember when I would never forget that. So as I got older, I was like, damn, whoever had them shit still in jail or whatever must have been the man. Cause I don't know if they let you rock sneakers or whatever, but I heard like you could just get robbed left and right. Like when you hear these stories, you be like, yo, I don't have that in my heart. And you can't say that really, because when your back is against the wall, you will find out new shit about yourself. I think I just know that, because when you hear stories of like Mike Tyson, that he was a pussy, he was people making fun of him, and he was just getting bullied, and he would not go to school to not get bullied, and you just look at who he is now, that the whole world is scared of him. And I'm exaggerating when I say that, but you know what I mean. There's a fear behind him even now. Like, oh, I won't fight Mike Tyson. You know what I'm saying? Like, there was a story about Mike Tyson DK in the wars or some shit, and it was like the Locks. You know how they get down. And they had the niggas there who not might not see. The Locks, Styles, Sheik Luch. Sheik Luch is a huge dude. I saw him in real life. And DK Mike Tyson was on his shit. And DK, what's her name? Eve. Eve. DK Eve, you know what I'm saying, from Rough Riders. She was there, and DK Mike Tyson grabbed her ass. You could tell Mike Tyson's mind, that was just like, he thought like that was like the entourage and shit. And he didn't know that that's Eve and she's a rapper, because Mike Tyson knows about rap, but he's not, he's in his own world. So he grabbed her ass and palmed that shit, like, and said some wild shit. And DK, they were like, yo, either we stab this nigga up, or we all have to do it, or we just like stand down. And they stand down. And they were just saying like, I'm gonna have to post that shit up. And they was like, yo, Mike was a wild dude. Can you believe that? But this nigga was getting bullied. And you could tell they interfered with something that he loved, which was just pigeons. Once that they saw that one of the kids, I guess, took a pigeon and slammed it on the floor or snapped his neck, Mike Tyson, that's it, was born. Because he didn't realize he was a chubby kid and all that might of fury that he had in his head. And he probably went off and was like, whoa. And people probably were around him, like hyping him up, all that shit. That's why when Mike Tyson probably was like, we gotta fight this bird ass dude, all he probably thinks about is that pain that he came from, and you're fucking cooked. He was doing way more dangerous shit than boxing. That's how they probably have that mentality. Until they get beaten. Then when they get beaten, they're like, maybe I do lose a lot. But, it's a different mentality depending on the boxer. Like of a brawler, you know what I'm saying? It's different from a boxer. A boxer probably be like, yeah, but I messed up with these technical shit. I didn't jab here. I didn't use this. I didn't dodge. They think about it at a more technical way, and that's why they can just keep going. Once you fucking, after that, Buster Douglas, you just have to get away from the fear. But all you gotta do is just probably like box Tyson up or whatever. Like that Evander Holyfield, that first fight, that shit was in a different dimension, in a different fucking timeline. That nigga Mike Tyson would have knocked him out in the first round. The first round, I think Evander Holyfield had the jitters, nigga. This is Mike Tyson at the time where Mike Tyson was taking his shit halfway serious. So he would party a lot, but then, train a lot, and then just rely on his fucking God-given skills and shit. But he almost fucking had Evander Holyfield in the first round. But shout out to Evander Holyfield, you know what I'm saying? Even though he was headbutting, I ain't gonna lie. They both had their faults. But Evander Holyfield versus the early Mike Tyson, whew, knock it off, you know what I'm saying? But, I be always thinking, like, just imagine Mike Tyson had that, like, that Michael Jordan or Derek Jeter. And then we always have to mention those names because you rarely saw chinks in the armor of a Michael Jordan. Usually we see like the downfall of this person, yada yada. And nah, nigga. That's the first real role model, even aside from what he was outside from the basketball thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, usually we see people like the rise and fall. You know, he lost to the drugs and shit. Just imagine if, put it like this, in merengue version. Just imagine if Safiro never fell into drugs. He probably would have been making way more better music. It's just the way drugs affect people, especially certain geniuses. Like, what if you fucking, some people be like, yeah, you don't get addicted to weed, but how about those people that just be like, you know, we feel so good that I just want to feel like that for the rest of the day, and then that conflicts with your shit that you have to do. It's all about the mentality. There's people that be probably functioning with fucking using like coke and shit, or like heroin and shit. You know what I mean? And you would never probably think about that shit. You'd be like, what? And you just never know. But it's just a mindset. Somebody very talented could easily lose it just to drugs, just to even weed. And then they do have those moments that they be like, you know, oh, if this is weed, then what's stronger? This? And then they take it. Some people like me, listen, aside from weed, I just be like, I don't want it. And weed sometimes has me like almost panic mode. I don't want nothing. Like, I could definitely not take like a brownie or whatever, because I don't smoke it. I just either drink it or a brownie or whatever, and basically edibles. But I can't take that shit like if I'm gonna go on a plane. You crazy? Hell nah. But I like that. I like that because now I don't have to go further than weed. And the track record for weed killing people, I can rely on that more than COVID, my nigga. I'll tell you that. And who knows? Imagine they'd be like, yo, you know, if you smoke weed, like smoking it for your lungs or whatever, like maybe it could be better. Or who knows? But you gonna tell me that weed at least cannot beat COVID? Who knows? And there was but see, I gotta say memes because maybe it was the news or whatever. But I saw that cannabis shows great results for, you know, COVID or whatever. Nigga, who knows? There's a reason why they wanted to stretch out the release of information 70 years or 80 years. And I think the Senate or the Congress or whatever the hell those people, they denied it. And they actually making them release the information in 7 to 8 months. What was they so, what did they have to hide that they wanted to push that shit to 2070? What's going to happen by then? Us over here, maybe most of us gonna be dead by that time. You feel me? So like, it's like nobody's gonna fight for that. It's gonna be just water under the bridge. You see how they manipulate, and you see how they go about shit. Just imagine if we didn't have people, if the whole thing was corrupt, and they were like, yeah. Everybody said yeah. That's it. Good thing that we, you know, that's why we talk shit, but we gotta give props to, and I know blacks and Hispanics been doing it too, but we also gotta give props to the white people, man. Cause they really love their country. They want to, you know, this is our country. But hey, you know what I'm saying? These are the same people that came and conquered. So it's gonna be harder for them to let that shit slide. So they go out and fight. A lot of Hispanic, they be like, oh, this ain't DR, or you know, this ain't Mexico, and you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, it was worse over there. So fuck it. Well, I gotta take a shot. All right, cool, fuck it. And I gotta work. You know, that's how they think about it. That's why most people, after they have their kids here, and their kids born and raised here, and they see what the fuck is going on, now they see how their parents were, that culture, and they see the culture that they're in now, and they compare and contrast. And they be like, oh, okay, hold up. And they start correcting shit. I mean, logical ones do. You know, like, to our parents, for the generation, what's it called? The Generation Z, the millennials, us. Our parents, it was college and be a doctor, lawyer. And then when we were here, we were like, hold up, I understand that's dope, but they don't see like how many people be depressed because a lot of these Chinese people, a lot of these doctors be the biggest cokeheads, allegedly. I mean, it is weird when you see people who work in the hospital smoking cigarettes outside, right? Like, ain't that weird? And that's the stress. You know what I'm saying? Like, then they want you to say, hey, be happy, but then work something real. Listen, here's the thing. You don't want to fall away from that too far, because then you have people who don't know just what to do. And to be honest, we live in an era right now that you can't get away with it. Oh, I want to be an artist, and you don't have money, nigga. Get the fuck out of here. I mean, I ain't gonna front. I saw that Ralph Lauren documentary. That shit was inspiring as fuck. But you know, these Jewish people, they be having their bar mitzvah, and then them niggas be getting 15,000 in their bank account by the time they have their bar. Like, motherfucker, we would never have that shit in the fucking. We just throw a party, and we just basically, the money goes in fucking drinks and basically serving other people. And you know, some people, you know, gifts and shit. But listen, back in the days, maybe it was back like that also in our community too. But you know, when you see like Goodfellas and the Dummy Talent, they were handing off envelopes like of mad money. But the bar mitzvah, that's what I be hearing. Like, niggas be giving you hardcore parkour gifts. Es no que te compré un Nintendo ahí, you know, y juega ahí. Hell no, nigga. I didn't know that. That's when you know they're not the people from the book. I ain't gonna lie. Sorry to break that window for you, but the Bible don't mention that part right there. That's why you gotta read the real Bible. That's why you gotta read the Bible, man, because if you let these pastors or whatever, they're not gonna touch into those fine details. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, to end that Rogan shit, man, you reap what you sow. Now you look fucking crazy, and then I understand why people are still mad. Like, I won't, you know, because it's like, you're gonna really say that shit about the Planet of the Apes shit like that? Like, why would you never say, yo? Like, I know maybe there's not a lot of ridicule for the regular Ashkenazi Jews, but you know what will happen if you say something about the Ashkenazi Jews, nigga. And I say Ashkenazi because those are the ones the European Jews. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? People know you can't touch that shit. So, you know you can't really fucking say that word, you know what I'm saying? Kayfabe, like wrestling. Like, you can't be in the news and say, good morning, San Francisco, nigger. And you just know you can't do that. You're in your house, I'm pretty sure you probably let that shit go. But it's like, you're not gonna walk around the street saying, hey, how you doing? Fuck you. You're not gonna do that. Let's be you know, as much as so you can say whatever you want, but this, you know, come on. So you're gonna do that shit in the podcast? Why you didn't explain now how you would have defended it back then? And hey, people do make mistakes, so this is the thing also about the internet. The internet also needs to chill because, you know what I'm saying, maybe, you know, Joe Rogan got I think he got a strong mind, but just imagine, like, when you bully the wrong musicians, artists, or whatever. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I kind of was feeling bad for LeBron because it was just like bad shit going back to back. Like, he wasn't winning the championship, he was losing, and that's so much pressure right there. That's the fact that he's still chilling. You gotta respect LeBron for that, because if you imagine LeBron became hated, man, and you're just like, fuck. Imagine the shit that we don't see, like shit that he got called and shit, or they be like, that's what your mother's like, you know, and you know, there's no video footage of LeBron wilding, but you know what I'm saying, LeBron, he got a strong head for that, you know what I'm saying? But imagine other artists that they would just be like, how can they say that about me? Oh, I live miserable, and then they earth themselves and shit, you feel me? You never know. Like, that's why I do understand if they be like, yo, you know, but they just gotta talk to us. Don't set up a fucking bill and say, that's it, you can't say this. Or the fucking have the Jews, the Ashkenazi Jews, the European Jews, do the fucking anti-defamation and just consider every fucking person that considers themselves an Israelite like a hate group. No, because why? Because we say our truth, y'all say y'all truth, and y'all be able to get away with lies and fucking making Egyptian movies with a bunch of Brad Pitts. And y'all know y'all can't get at fault for that because y'all just, you know what I'm saying? Like, they find their own ways to defend themselves. You know what I'm saying? When they see a threat, that's when they go ham. That's when I knew that something was wrong with that Trump shit. Because I'm like, yo, hold up. This is the first time I see America go ham on their own white people. He's running for president. Like, wait, what? I never seen this hit piece. You have to be alert, man. You can't just be like, oh, he's a racist, okay? So just don't vote for him. They're like, got it, boss. Like, no, you can't just do that, you fucking dumbass. Joe Rogan should have had that same talk. Yo, that's just a word. It's just, no, he backfalled. He said, yo, I was stupid. And this is like, okay, but oh, nigga, you had a little swag to it too. It wasn't like you wasn't sure. Like, yo, I do feel like maybe. No, he was like, hey, you should do feel like this. This is how it is. Like the way he was delivering it, you know. And I like Joe Rogan, but in this case, yo, you reap what you sow, man, and you have to backtrack. And I understand that they're really attacking you because you said that wrong. You basically use your voice, which I gotta applaud. That's why, you made a mistake or whatever. But you have to fucking applaud that he was basically having doctors in their podcast that was telling you, exposing the fucking COVID shit, my nigga. Well, we're gonna just write him off and just racist. Like, he helped a lot of people that were black also too, around the world. You know what I'm saying? Like, hell no. At least he didn't take a picture with a KKK wizard. Let's bring it back. Bow, 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 bow. You know what I'm saying? Let's bring it back. Because, your homeboy did it. Joe Biden. And y'all still took y'all fucking pictures of your I voted stickers. Yo, y'all get me pissed. You see? And as I sip the champagne, just remember that I'm going to post that out. I'm going to post that out after this fucking podcast. Fuck that shit. Because I'm going to have to remind people. Y'all must have forgot. With the y'all must have forgot beat on the back. I got to make sure I remember that. But yeah, motherfucker, fucking Spike Lee was popping champagne when Biden got elected, nigga. You see how y'all get me pissed? I'm like fucking Dr. Doom, mad Titan in my castle and shit, like looking down on y'all people. Like, what the fuck? Imagine if I was God. Like, thank God. Like, I'm not trying to be blasphemous. But now I know why God is not coming, man. Yahweh Shah, Jesus. He delayed that shit. Like, these dumbass people. I'm just playing. But yeah, you know what's crazy? How fucking brainwashed people are. I took a fucking couple Ubers recently, right? And in the span of two, within I think the same day, one of them flagged me for not wearing my mask. Mind you, I remember the day clearly. And I had my scarf. So I had my scarf covering my face. And it wasn't a mask. And they still, that driver, I remember that day. So both drivers were very how the fuck I'm forgetting this word? They were very polite. How the fuck I forget that, right? But yeah, they were very polite. And look how brainwashed you are that you're acting polite, hey, okay, have a good day, and you're gonna fucking flag me for not wearing a mask in the fucking month of February, you fucking bozo. February 2022. Are you fucking kidding me? So now that the mask mandate dropped, I'm guessing, I think public transportation is still considered. But now they dropped the mask mandates now. And yep, you thought it. A lot of people, like I was on the train today, a lot of people still wearing the mask. But you have to wear it in transportation, I ain't gonna lie. But outside, you still see people with the mask. That's it. That shit like that, like when you, in the cow, when they fucking, they brand them. That's it. That's it. It's over. They're gonna be in Orchard Beach with their mask on. Thank God that Uber don't show me who it was. I wasn't gonna do shit anyway. I'm pussy. But shit, man. Fucking brainwashed ass motherfuckers. Then the next day they'll say we dropped it, and then now y'all can't do shit. So now what? So that means I can walk in and not have a mask, and I'm gonna cough the whole. One day I'm gonna do that shit. Nah, see, I don't want to do that. But you see what I'm saying? Like now I'm gonna walk in after they do like, oh, I said mask mandate, all that shit's over. I'm gonna walk in everywhere coughing. Remember like the song, girl, girl, I hated that song. Not really hated it. If I hear it now, I'll be like, now that I'm older and wise, oh, it's a nice song and shit. But I just hear that song on the radio over and over. And you can tell like that was the most memorable shit of the song. Just repeating that part. Girl, Nah, that probably was a hot song. And DK, if I look it up right now, I'm like, oh shit, that was Usher. I imagine. But nah. Yeah, man, these people fucking get me pissed, man. I'm going off the cuff. I have shit written down. Like, what's the next shit I have written down? Let's go see. Yeah, the Uber shit. I was put here, people are traumatized. That shit got me really pissed. I was like, how do I have and think about it, I had a thick scarf. There was no fucking way if I was gonna cough, it was gonna go straight to him and straight to his fucking nostrils and shit. And by the way, now that I'm thinking about it, what were their ethnicities? Definitely Asian, one of them. So this nigga was being a patriot. And nah, just like he was being a patriot to his country, to China. But the other one I think was African. So one of them two. If I had to lean. Anyway, next topic. Now, so I was gonna talk about like that Ralph Lauren documentary. Which is mad. I didn't know that fucking Ralph Lauren was born and raised in the Bronx. I saw the picture of the fucking the carousel stage shit. This is in Poe Park, and you see the people that you would have, if we would have put their faces like Hispanics, that photo would have let they were dancing bachata, but you could tell they would do some swing shit, like some rock and roll shit, because that was like when the Jews was living in the Bronx. And I remember my mom telling me that shit, like, cuando yo vivía aquí, en el building, 26 años. Ahí solamente eran los judíos. And when I was young, I was like, how come the judío has mad money? You know what I say that? When I was a little kid. Because I was learning English and Spanish simultaneously in the house and in the school. The school English and the house Spanish with my mom's. And I was like, oh, wait, hold up. Judío and jodido is different. So sometimes I will think she would say, todo jodido viviendo aquí. And in my mind, I was thinking like how they would say that term jodido, like you're broke or whatever. But it's judío, Jewish, the Jews. So, I know it doesn't make sense, but that's how my mind was working back then. Early mistakes makes it great, I guess, because I was learning. I learned what not to say too. But the Ralph Lauren shit, yeah, he was born in the Bronx. That's crazy. And by the way, where I used to live, across the concourse, across the side of the concourse, in one of those buildings on the far right, on 196, Stanley Kubrick used to live there. Stanley Kubrick's from the Bronx. So that Ralph Lauren shit was mad influential. Like the way even his wife was like, his wife came from like Vienna or whatever. She left because of Hitler. And, she came here with that mentality like she wanted to be stable. Basically, like, but at least she probably was willing to put in work. And she had a good heart, as I will explain. Because these girls now, they just want stability because Cardi B has stability. Like, these bitches don't want to put no pain. They just think that just because let me not even go in there because I'm going to go ham on women. But the wife was like, because, he went to Bloomingdale like, yo, I got these ties, because he had some different ties. So in his mind, I guess, and people said, he was probably swagger jacking London style clothing or whatever. But it was a time where here in America, 60s, I guess, it was about skinny ties. He wanted to use wider ties with his logo, and them niggas in Bloomingdale were like, yo, we want you to sell that, but you gotta slim that tie up, because they were just thinking about that current style at that moment. That's why like people like Ralph Lauren thinks ahead. That's why we say, damn, you're thinking ahead. Basically, he just had a different style. But other people are so homed into whatever the style is now, and you don't want to fucking shake the, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to shake it, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to ruin it, and you know what I'm saying? And they just want to be like, okay, these sells, and so these don't sell. No, it's just having about a different idea. And I forgot the term we're going to use for that wrap it up. But basically that. So when he was like, and we want you to take off the label too and put our label, Bloomingdale said that shit to Ralph Lauren. Ralph Lauren was a nigga with just making his ties at first and shit, but he always had style. Like, he was known because he had his own style, but then he was getting all his shit custom, and then he was like, damn, maybe I could sell my shit like that. That's how it started. The Bronx just breathes diamonds, nigga. Ed DK. And by the way, I was born in Bronx. Imagine. So, you know what I mean? So when he was like, nah, I'm good, he took his fucking maleta, nigga, he bounced right out. And think about it, that was Bloomingdale's. He could have been like, all right, fuck it, I'll do it, fuck it. How much you gonna pay me? You know what I'm saying? But he believed in his brand. Why not? You know, he probably had money, but he probably what he considered himself a little bit broke. You know what I mean? Cause them niggas is Jews, and I know them niggas they could find money somehow. But according to him, they were like not living in the best conditions. You feel me? So, and by the way, I'm talking shit, but I know probably back in those days, it was way harder to make money, and like to just send money. Like now we could just be like, yo, just send me money, Western Union. There wasn't Western Union, I think, like that back in the days. I don't know. Maybe I just don't know. I haven't looked none of that shit up. But so his wife, if that would have happened nowadays, the wife would have been like, what the fuck you doing, you dumbass motherfucker? You know, that shit probably. But his wife, I was like, damn, this is deep. She was like, yo, I wrote him I don't know, I guess he was out of town or something, but she wrote him a letter saying how, you know, she felt a little scared, but she gonna be with him. She want to stay out of his way in terms of like getting in between that, and she want she was sad, and I want his wings to stretch out and fly. Like basically go for your shit. And that was just so probably vital for him, because he probably was like, I want my money. Where we gonna live at? Who's gonna pay the bills? No, she just was like, yo, fuck it, I'm behind you. And that's sometimes exactly what a man needs to hear, than just fucking, I want a bag. Like, I'm talking about girls now. Back in those days, those girls were built different. You know what I'm saying? They would fucking at least think a little bit more. Not just fucking fly off the handle and just go by their first thought in their fucking heart and just spit it out. Like a fucking parrot. But, you know what I'm saying? Imagine how that hit him. Now he was like, fuck, I'm definitely gonna do this shit. He probably got that right, you know what I'm saying, reinforcement from his wife. You know what I'm saying? So look how God works. 6 months later, it was 6 months later though, I ain't gonna front. So who the fuck was making money, you know, it probably was hard or whatever. But in 6 months later, Bloomingdale's called them back and they were like, yo, we'll do it. You know how that shit must have felt for him? Like, fuck. You know what I'm saying? That's a dope story. Just off of that, me being a Bronx dude too, I did make fun of people wearing polos because I was like, it's so played out. I ain't gonna lie. I did have that thought. But now knowing the story, this is how I wise up. I learned the story and I was like, you know what? That nigga probably don't give a fuck about rap. And he probably said, oh, nigga, you gonna tell me he never said nigga? He probably said nigga in the bad way. Who knows? Or maybe he never did, right? But, you know, knowing that he's from the Bronx, I was like, you know what? I ain't gonna lie. I appreciate the brand. Just because of being New York, and allegedly, if that's the true story of his come up, I respect that shit. That's an American story. That's the good shit about America. You know what I'm saying? Not if you was living in Nazi Germany, or you was living in fucking DR and everybody would want some pockets out of you and corruption and shit. In America, you do have a chance. That's a really good American story, I ain't gonna lie. Now, here's the thing I don't like though. That we can't really complain in that part, in that sense. 'Cause I wouldn't say, you know, maybe who knows how, you know, maybe he got help or whatever. I don't even want to go there. I don't even want to go there. You know why? Because brands like FUBU, Sean John, Rockaway, it should have been a polo. Because the more money they make, the more fine they're gonna get, their shit gonna get. It's obvious. But we just view shit as what's hot right now. We don't even want to build with that brand. So now it got to a point that if you were still wearing FUBU, that was the joke of the town. Fat Farm, that was a joke. I ain't gonna front, but Fat Farm was copying. But you know what I'm saying? Like, we get rid of brands and then we just beat it like, oh, that's just whack. But when it comes to Gucci, that shit stand the test of time and we fucking applaud it. And they do racist shit. So let's go. If we're gonna do the Joe Rogan shit, are y'all gonna keep wearing Gucci? When they made that fucking sleeve with the red lip shit? Or Prada, when they put fucking mannequins or whatever, or little toys that look mad racist? Are we gonna go there? Y'all wanna fucking pick and choose. That's why sometimes you used to be like, you know what? Y'all not ready for revolution. No, fuck that. Fuck y'all thoughts on Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan, just say the word one more time, nigga. I don't give a fuck. You see why? Because we want to pick and choose. Show me. Look at fucking Jim Jones. Jim Jones, respect, whatever. But you was fucking coming out and you look crazier by posting a video or even complaining. You should have left quiet. What, Tato? Because, nigga, don't you remember Gucci were the same people that had to apologize for the racist shit? I bet you they'll never do a yarmulke one. A fucking little a bear wearing a yarmulke. Y'all won't do that, right? Because y'all know what the fuck y'all doing. It's like these people want to low key, like, okay, get rid of them. Sorry. Oh, they love it again. Give rid of them. In 7 years, get rid of them. Do something, another crazy shit. Oh, fuck. They got mad and now they still love us again. It's like they want to get rid of because we probably be ghetto in there or whatever. Jim Jones was there with his homies. I don't know how many of them was gonna go ahead and buy whatever, how much they were gonna spend. But deep down, they don't probably like us because we're not their demographic. They're our demographic. We love that shit. We love that good shit. But we don't even have the afterthought of shit, man. If we can make our own brands in the hood way more valuable than fucking Louis Vuitton eventually. But we don't want to do the work with each other. There's no village no more. It should be to a point that in one block, that whole block should be united. It's one block. You know what I'm saying? So again, there's no unity. You know what I'm saying? And I forgot what I was gonna say, but the old American way, basically. Because at least there was a little bit more of that in the 90s. And it was probably prior to the internet. But we became too prideful, like, oh, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to look like you broke. Meanwhile, y'all living in an area where you can basically calculate how much people make. You know what I mean? Like this weird shit that we have, like little competition that we have. We don't come together. And when we don't come together, that means there's no leadership. And then when there's no leadership, we can just get caught in anything the white man tells us to do. Hey, blacks and Hispanics, this guy said nigger. Take him out of here. Yes, boss. And we all at the same time. Yes, boss. And we all do it. No, we don't even think, well, hold up, fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Is this because he was talking crazy about y'all big pharma? Y'all was making way too much money? Huh? Think about it, people. I repeat this. I say this to people who I meet, and they still don't know how to respond to that. You remember the medical MDs being built 2019 and prior for what? For what was coming after, the coming attraction, which was the COVID shit. And everybody was going there and getting the checkups or whatever. That shit is money. Where that money is going. Now it's over. Now they're going to close a couple of them. What the fuck was going on? What was going on? I thought that shit was there to help us. Like, yo, you know what I'm saying? No more long lines in hospitals or whatever, in emergency rooms or whatever. Yeah, right, nigga. Look how they move. And shame on America, because now they fucking with us now. You would think they would fuck with people like in another country. Now they fucking with us. And they've been doing this because whenever they gotta really, do their quota on keeping black people down, they will fucking throw the crack in the hood and be like, oh, how does this thing happen? Oh, but let's erase let's kick down y'all doors because y'all selling something that we put in y'all hood. You know what I'm saying? That's treason within our country. Who's gonna get arrested? Nobody. Why? Because it's a white man's world right now. Let's keep it honest. I just don't get offended because I know what's going on. Y'all still get offended by that. I know what's going on. I could strategize if we on that level. But no, y'all still want to get led by emotions. I'm preaching low key. pretty soon, and then at 12 o'clock, it's gonna be my birthday, February 12th, and I'll be 36. Can you believe that shit? After like and you know what was crazy? The 20s was such a blur because I was being such a dumbass and during those years. When I was 30, that's when I wised up. That's why it feels like now I'm really living. Now I really know myself, which is a great accomplishment. Like the way I know myself, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's funny because watching another Ralph Lauren documentary, he was speaking or something like that. And this is a nigga who's saying shit like this, who has millions, and you could tell like I don't have millions. Right now, my mode is like making money, obviously, because think about it. They made it to be that money is the root of everything. For people who has morals and be like, money's not that. No, I don't give a fuck. Money is the root of everything. You can preach down that shit if you outside living in the streets. You can't preach down that shit. You're gonna need money for anything. And when you walking around, people looking at you dead ass on the floor, they won't even help you. So you know when shit could get real. And part of it is just seeing homeless people and you be like, what the fuck happened to them? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll be thinking that too. I'll be like, damn, what happened to them? Like, you know, was it from the beginning, from the childhood? You know what I'm saying? Not all of us are blessed with great parents, yo. You gotta remember that. Imagine kids that we were in school with, and sometimes you don't see them anymore. You be like, what happened? Nobody gonna tell you the truth. You a little kid. You ain't gonna grasp that. And their parents is fucking up. Yo, that's fucking crazy. So just imagine how that shit happened. Must have been in the 80s, when maybe, you know, the kid is not being picked up, and you go to their house and there's their mom fucking shooting up. Like, yo, that's fucking crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like. And I'm not laughing like you should be like that, but I'm just saying like that's amazing. Like, what can you say to that? Imagine being a teacher or whatever, and you see what the drugs is doing to the kids, and that the parents sometimes they don't even fucking pick them up. Like, you see those videos when the parents like high as hell, you see the kid not knowing what's going on. They be like, "Daddy's tired" or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, not to be funny, but kids don't even comprehend it. So it's like, yo, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, now hopping back to that Biden shit, what if those people have kids? You're gonna professionally aid them instead of just putting money into focus on like a better way of maybe using even fucking psychedelics to like keep them on track. There's studies, and I know y'all want to do those studies and shit. There's studies that shows that psychedelics help people with who are addicted to shit, to heavy shit. No, they don't want to do no fucking research into that. You see what I'm saying? That's why it's like, that's why I understand when there's some people who are un-American, because they see shit like that and they be like, nigga, please, America is just a big hoe. And that is true. It is true. It sure feels like that. I mean, cause shit, think about it. They go to war, what we gonna do? We really gonna fight? But then if we see war here, we really gonna fight? Like, what the fuck is going on? But we should have that shit 24/7. And we do. Most of us do, because when Obama came through, like, hey, y'all like how my swag is? And by the way, Syria, we're going to go Obama. And we were like, whoa. What you said? We're going to go Obama. Syria, you know what I'm saying? Like, and we were like, no. What the fuck are you talking about? What's up with all that hope shit? You're going to go bomb another country like that? What the fuck? And people stop that. I'm exaggerating the story, I'm sure, but basically, they were trying to check our temperature. We were going to be like, yeah, of course, Obama, whatever you say. They were like, yes. They were like, send them. Can you believe that Biden recently, according to news, because the news be lying, so according to news, I got to let y'all know, Biden was like, yo, the Americans over there in Ukraine or whatever, just leave and shit because, hey, shit can get bad. Russia, remember? And it's just like, nigga, what the fuck are you doing? What happened to the COVID? Y'all just pushing the war. This is the typical Democrat playbook happening within a year. That's when you know this shit either must be fake. Because what's gonna happen? The midterms, people are tired of these motherfuckers. They trying to like change everything last minute and trying to like force their plans at the same time, knowing because like they feel like this only been 1 year. What's gonna happen in 3 years? I don't know what those midterms gonna do, but I guess it's gonna overturn a bunch of shit or whatever. But you're basically lining up Trump to get voted again. Duh. This nigga Trump about to be a president that was president, lost it, and then what if that comes out that the fucking election there was really election fraud, which is coming out little by little now. Allegedly. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just still couldn't believe y'all. And I'm gonna say y'all. I'm gonna say all of y'all. Fuck that. When the fucking what's that motherfucker's name? The Supreme Court motherfuckers. When everybody was like, "Oh, fuck this person," just being because they were just Democrat, and the people who were fucking Republicans, they were like, "Yo, hold up." They were trying to explain the whole shit about Kavanaugh or whatever. Y'all was acting like an RGB, the head bitch in charge, basically, that was fucking promoting the death of our own race by fucking promoting fucking abortion. And y'all was fucking repping RGB. Y'all don't know that fucking old fucking witch. But that's what y'all got. I hope y'all learned y'all lesson. Can y'all give me that as like a birthday present? God damn, nigga. And shout out to Kanye West, man. Another American icon. Became a billionaire, allegedly, because he gave some estimates or whatever. But the way that white people play it too with their estimates and shit, well, let's count Kanye with that estimate shit. Because I'm pretty sure probably some shit like that with Elon Musk. I'm pretty sure if something just go terribly wrong in one of his stocks, he probably not be worth shit. And this whole time we praising him. So no, let's praise Kanye the same way. Cause that nigga went above and beyond Jay-Z, nigga. And I'm not saying with no fucking, I know that's not fucking grimy, right? But a lot of y'all be talking about that Jay-Z shit, but y'all don't want to give the Kanye the prop. He's a billionaire, nigga. And he gotta keep correcting people because the number keep going up. And the same people that criticize him be buying his sneakers. That's when you know something is wrong. Give Kanye props. Because then he gonna die and he'll be like, now we can give him, give the flowers now. And while y'all doing the giving flowers shit, give me my flowers too. And I ain't gonna lie, I got most of my information from different people, different sources. Also like Alex Jones. But I remember I was first getting into this politics shit, I was like, yo, what the fuck is going on? I wanted to know what the fuck is going on. And YouTube was there, so I would just look up shit. And I remember I was falling into the Young Turks. And I thought they were giving it up for real. I didn't know no better. Maybe that was needed. I thank God for them. Cause I was like, oh, I believe them. Oh, you see, yeah, they right. Cause I was just hearing one side of the story. And at that time, I thought Fox was just racist. So I saw one time where I stopped listening to them a little bit, whatever. I just lost touch. And then I remember when I would go to see like Alex Jones video, I'm like, yeah, this nigga crazy. But that's just me thinking because I didn't know the terms he was using. I didn't know how the system works. I didn't, you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't know what was going on. I don't know what declassification means. Like, I don't know none of that shit. But I was watching little by little, and I was like, hold up. And I remember he crashed the Young Turks during this whole Hillary Clinton shit. And the Young Turks were just capping for Hillary. And that's when I was like, not Hillary, nigga. Y'all gonna cap for her? That's when I was like, nah, I can't watch the Young Turks. And then I saw that Alex Jones crashed their fucking event during some rally. And one of the dudes in the Young Turks spat on Alex Jones. And now right there I was like, yo, whoa, to spit on somebody, nigga. Like, you don't know if Alex Jones goes berserk and knock you the fuck out. Like, what the fuck is going on? And that's when I started seeing, like, wait a minute. Then that's when I started noticing about the Trump shit and how he's going about the elite people and shit. Then I saw that was what Alex Jones was speaking all about. You know, the Bohemian Grove and all that shit, which actually him and Joe Rogan went. And I don't know. That's why Joe Rogan might be your agent. Who knows? Quién sabe. Quién sabe. Take everything with a grain of salt. Just remember that famous tweet that I'll never forget that the CIA post. It was said some shit about like, one fun fact about the CIA. I think it was CIA. Is that we have people in different areas, not just like police enforcement, military. Like he says, they said something like, and this is on a tweet. And it was like, we also have people who are like librarians and shit. And I was like, wait, what? That lets you know, like, there's people out there that you think they just having a regular job, and they work for CIA. Who knows? Allegedly. And I'm saying allegedly to cover my ass, but at the same time, that was posted on Twitter. And I'm just trying to think is the right alphabet letters. CIA, it wasn't FBI, it was CIA. I would never forget that. And I was like, yo. They said it right there. Even, I'm going to have to repost it. It said even a librarian. That's crazy. That's why in America, it's like the NBA. You got to be at all times. You got to be tip top and aware. You don't know what the fuck is coming. You gotta, and then like you want to have they want to push everybody to have their own business, but then they don't even give classes. Like they should have law classes in middle school. Well, they did. I ain't gonna lie, they did. It's just that I ain't gonna lie, I didn't want to fucking, I was on my shit, just talking shit. I ain't gonna lie, cause I was in middle school, I was in law. So I did learn a little bit about that shit. Habeas corpus law. Shit, habeas corpus. But I learned a little bit about that shit, I ain't gonna lie. Maybe that helped, who knows? Cause now I know a lot about that shit. But it's like, they know the best way to get, you know what I'm saying, to be prosperous in America is to create your own business. And you will think that they will focus on that, but they will just basically, and I can't really be talking about schools like that because what we learned was just essential. But I think that these people be teaching shit that is still outdated and they know it, but because maybe the budget or whatever, you feel me? And that's why, again, if this is America, the best country in the world, why the fuck is our education system is in shambles sometimes? Like if y'all really have a problem with violence and let's say y'all have a problem with Hispanics and blacks fucking ravaging the streets, y'all so fucking stupid. Why don't you just fucking be like, yo, let's just set up this budget and simply just give them no fucking reason at all to come up with an excuse to be in the streets and just do foul shit. Let's see what happens now. Now you're gonna have us like, fuck, we can't say. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't even put that part in. They just be like, oh well, yeah, well, I'm sorry, and they just wanna. But then it's like, ain't we Americans too? See, and that's why people get mad. I understand it. But if you're a fucking celebrity and they love you, they want to take pictures and they love you and they're American. Or if you agree with their shit, if you agree with this goes to the Republicans too. If you're black and Hispanic, you agree with the Republicans, woof, they'll fucking hoist you up by their shoulders. One thing you disagree or if you be like, yo, CRT, but I do believe we should be, and they'll be like, oh, I thought you was American. Oh, and you see, shit like that. I seen it all. There were definitely opportunities where Republicans could have stepped up and be like, yo, to the blacks and Hispanics, I know the Democrats been there the whole time, but yo, no, but they react. So we be emotional, we react, and they react also. They don't make it help. Alex Jones make it help. I ain't gonna front Alex Jones. He could be an agent, but he uses the care. When I was young by black people. I still love him. So whatever. Whether he's like, you gonna tell me that he never went home and said nigger? You know what I'm saying? You gonna tell me that fucking the NBA commissioner never said the N-word? You gonna tell me that? We're gonna go down the fucking road. That old lady that died right before her birthday or whatever recently last month, Betty White or whatever. You think she never said nigga one time? She was cool with blacks, I understand. But you gonna tell me she never said it? What happened if they just hear her laughing, joking with black people, and she said the N-word? What, you know what I'm saying? Like this, we're gonna cancel everybody then, right? Or we're gonna pick and choose? No, fuck out of here. That's my point. And the fuck out of here goes with specifically for Joe Rogan. He's not gonna give us all this gem, and y'all gonna fucking go and just use that. Because what happened if I would have said that before? Before all this cancel shit, they would have said that before. We probably wouldn't give a fuck. Probably they would have. But you know what I'm saying? It's just like it's just funny that it just happens right after they couldn't get him with that whole, yo, you fucking our money up with the big pharma. You telling people that, you know, you took that other medicine you wasn't supposed to take because we don't like that other medicine because maybe we're not making money from that medicine and we can't fucking trap you. Oh, but hold up. We're going to send somebody to do their research. Yes, we found a bunch of clips where you say nigger. Yes, we got him. He's over. No, nigga, fuck out of here. Because now you have black people and Hispanics and shit saying that, you know, fuck that. So, okay, what happens when I show you Joe Biden then? So that's it, he's not the president no more? Oh, he's still president. All right. See what I'm saying? You gotta love it. What an episode. Pirate Radio, episode 38. Another fucking lashing for the fucking shit that's going on now in society. We will always remember this moment. We will always remember this moment. And I do think it's gonna get better because we gotta learn from our mistakes. And it is a mistake for me. I know I'm gonna regret it in the future that I keep bashing y'all for what happened, but I have to. Right now, my excuse is this: I have to, because look how easily we could have fucked up this country. Maybe it's them acting, being a bunch of actors and making us wake up a little bit by they doing their acts and shit and making, but it really affected people's lives. People lost their jobs, people lost their homes, lost relationships because of ideas, family members because of ideas, great friendships because of ideas, division because of ideas. It never really was like that. So maybe this was needed because now we're gonna remember at this time, like, okay, remember what happened when we had this shit happen on with the COVID, the masked people, the non-masked people, you know. Let's not be too egotistical with what we think we know. Welcome information. Take it with a grain of salt. And keep it in the back of your mind. That's how I do it. So if it comes up again, like, wait, I remember this person talk about it. Okay, what happened? And then if it fucking, you see a connection, be like, oh, hold up, this connects with what this person told me about. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Is it DK? That shit is true. No, hold up, wait up. You have to be your own journalist in a way, especially now with the news. They sold out. It was for the news, nigga. Now they telling you, yeah, masks are bad for kids now. Nigga, they had our kids in masks. Just off of that, you gotta think about, they don't give a fuck about our kids. Just remember, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this shit might be shocking, yo. And that's why I think a lot of people want to argue back and shit, because they would never think they would never thought hip hop would take it this far. Now imagine, but they would never think that the government will be this fucking crazy. No, you gotta do your history. When you do your history, your own government will fuck you over. That's why you know, it was made. America was made by racists. Yada yada. I understand it, but they set up rules for tyranny shit like this, just like the having your own gun. And who's the only people having a fit? Democrats. The guns are there just in case these motherfuckers be like, hey, I'm a great president and everything you want, I'm gonna give it to you. And by the way, no guns, right? Because who really gonna kill people? We don't. And they be like, yeah, y'all agree with me, right? Yeah, vote for me. Y'all gonna vote? Yeah, y'all voted for me. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. The new rule is this: everybody stay in your fucking house and don't leave it. Whoa. Y'all don't have no guns. Get the fuck out of here. That's it. Game over for y'all. See how quickly that goes? I exaggerated the story, off the top of the head, but this is what's going to go on. It happened before in history. Just because that happened before in history you should just even update if y'all not update the rules, but if y'all are, just making sure you can protect it even further. Because if you brainwash enough people, they will vote that shit in. And that means that we can't consent to it. And you know why? Because they banked off our ignorance. Super Bowl. Yo, for shit that don't, let's set this one up, set this one up, set this one up, and put a bow on the top and just say the act of this. People will vote for it, and I'm taking all y'all rights out. Because there's always a bigger plan. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking too much because you can tell I'm slurring my words. I'm not drunk or nothing like that. Unless the champagne is kicking in. But anyways, you know what I'm saying? Like, just be aware, man. This is my whole point of this podcast. Be aware. Be aware. And for the future generation, be aware. Maybe it doesn't resonate with the people now. Maybe like Picasso drawings. I remember the Picasso scene. I guess it happened in real life. So when the Nazi Germany, I guess, invaded Italy, I think he was in Italy or France, Picasso had a bunker downstairs, like a basement with all his paintings. And he was like, yo, I'll sell you this painting. And the two officers, the Nazi officers, they were like, it looks kind of okay. And they were like, I ain't paying for that shit. And just like that, they passed on Picasso paintings. So it was just like the irony, right? So the irony of now, those paintings will be worth so much. I'm not saying that it's going to be fucking Picasso, but imagine if nobody cares about hearing this podcast now, but people 70 years from now stumble upon this podcast and be like, hold up. And then let's say it becomes fucking known. This is somebody letting them know what the mistakes that we happen to have now in the future. That's their history lesson. They will not fucking go through that no more. It's like the Jay-Z. Like I told you, sell drugs. No, Hov did that. So hopefully y'all want to go through that. Or however the fuck that shit went. Anyway, Pirate Radio, episode 38. Peace.